really don't think you have anything to worry about, Charlie Brown. Science has shown that a person's character isn't really established till they're at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh well, that's the way it goes.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
The only thing wrong with my big brother Charlie Brown is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. His clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence. His stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority, and his lack of confidence.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
You're the kind of reminder we need.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning game of baseball, never kept a kite in the air, never won a game of checkers, and never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency.
You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It is truly a dog's life, filled with many challenges. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
You're a prince, and a prince could be king.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still for a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you'd call a failure face. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I'd say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face that you're liable to see for a long while.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Some days, I wake up early just to watch the sunrise. And I think how beautiful it is, and how my life lies before me. And I get a very positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky was so clear, and the sun was so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late!
Loud and deep,
I want to join but the answer isn't clear. Then I hear
Charlie Brown, you're a good man. Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown.
Get on the bus!
Get on the bus!
Go ahead, get on the bus, Charlie
Don't
Brown.
want to be late for school.
That's right. Don't want to be late.
Don't want to be late for school. You're a good man. Charlie Brown.
There they go
You're
again.
the kind of reminder we need.
Don't know what they mean. I'm not good. I'm not bad. I'm sort of in between.
You're a good man. Charlie Brown.
I don't
You're a
understand.
prince and the prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any door. You could go on to do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be
Nothing
king.
lasts forever.
You could be
All good
king.
things must end.
Believe it.
I've memorized that phrase by
And
heart.
you were born for this part.
So tell me,
You're a good
I
man.
need to know
You're a
it.
good man, Charlie Brown.
When do the good things start?
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, that I don't know that much about it. I wasn't here when it happened.
lunchtime is the worst time of the day for me. Always having to sit here alone. Then again, the mornings aren't so pleasant either. Waking up and wondering if anyone would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the night too, lying there and thinking about all of the stupid things that I have done during the day. And all the hours in between when I do those stupid things. Oh well, I guess I better see what I've got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that little red-headed girl sitting over there having her lunch. I wonder what she would do if I went over there and asked her if I could sit next to her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place next to her on that bench over there. There's no reason why I couldn't just go over and sit there. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I am a coward. I'm so much of a coward, she wouldn't even think of looking at me. In fact, I don't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't even spare one little moment? She's looking at me. She's looking at me!
No, Sally. You're thinking about that other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was very light blue and had a design embroidered around the waist. I don't remember. Something like this. And the skirt went out like this. It had these puffy sleeves and a sash like that. Oh yeah, I remember. Yes, well that was the dress I was wearing last week when I met Frida, and she told me she had seen
Lunchtime is among the worst times of the day for me. If that little red-headed girl sees me with this stupid bag on my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking, maybe I can take the bag off of my head before she ever notices. Oh, but then I won't know if she was looking or not until I take the bag off. But if I never take the bag off, I won't have to know if she was looking or not. But then again, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. Why doesn't she ever look at me? Oh well, one more lunch hour over with. Only 2,863 to go.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
You're a good man. You're a
Do you know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I marry a man who plays the piano. At parties he'd play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Frere Jacques. Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married? My Aunt Marion was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. But I think a man can really come closer to it by directing the forces of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. And I believe that a man's personal search for happiness is not really a selfish thing, because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does this make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at my house 3 times this week. You know, a princess sort of thing, with a white dress and nice slippers big ballroom. But I guess that's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
No, oh no, not at all. I mean, well, we all have our own little daydreams or ambitions, or whatever you want to call them. I've had one myself for years, but I've never told anyone.
What, Charlie Brown? You could tell me.
No, it's not really the thing I should tell. No, I don't think I will.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't give it away. Please.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I want to be real athletic and have everyone call me Flash. And all around school, I'd be known as Flash.
Hey, Frida, listen to this. You've got to hear this.
What's the matter, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope, and everything was all right. And then suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
You blockhead! Come back here with that ball! Linus!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Hey, Snoopy, we're home from school. Gosh, Bella, it's good to see you.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
All right, Snoopy, back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is.
They like me, I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turn out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on. Here I lie, not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bread, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad, not bad at all. Faithful friends, always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear. Little birds come to cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful. And sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Rats! I feel every now and then that I gotta bite someone. I know every now and then what I wanna be. A fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. La 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 la. La 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 la. stay very, very still till I see a victim come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then, like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce. I'd pounce! I'd pounce! You know, I never realized how far down to the ground it is from up here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home. Board and bread. Sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad, not bad at all. Not bad, not bad at all. I wonder if it will snow tonight.
I think I'll walk right up to that little red-headed girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll ask her if I can sit next to her. I think I'll ask her if I can sit next to her, and then I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon.
Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I'm a dog. Tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope of advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'll play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand today is April Fool's Day? You're sure? I want to be certain that you understand, okay? Hey, Charlie Brown, guess what? That little red-haired girl over there, she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Really? Wow, this is fantastic!
April Fools! Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy! 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 Do you see this stick? I, the human being, will throw this stick, and you, the dog, will retrieve it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
Apparently you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spent his time restoring antique automobiles, building model trains, or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly. And this is good, for it helps these men to cope with their everyday problems. Now, I feel that it's going to be absolutely necessary that I get my blanket back. So, I'm just going to give it a quick yank. It's surprising what you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Got you back again. Delightful. La 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 la. Sucking your thumb without a blanket is like eating a cone without ice cream. My blanket and me. I love you, I love you.
Look at my little baby brother Linus and his little blanket. There's your baby brother with a silly blanket. Well, you know how babies are with their blankets.
What do you mean? It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I will go and leave my blanket on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the... Don't ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it. I actually thought I could do it. know it. I'll try to outgrow it, but meanwhile, it's my blanket and me.
And me.
And me.
And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And I'll live in this big palace with a big front lawn and have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go into my coach, all the people...
Lucy!
All the people will cheer and I will shout at them.
Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure. A person can only become queen by being born into the royal family of the correct lineage, so that she can assume the throne after the death of the reigning monarch. I'm sorry, Lucy, but it's true. I can't think of any possible way that you could be queen.
And in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace and I'll wear my crown and swimming and everything. And all the people will cheer and I will shout at them and... What do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true!
There must be a loophole. These kinds of things always have a loophole. Nobody should be kept from being queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic.
Good grief!
It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I've had a few pieces of well-placed correspondence, and I get to be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. If I can't be queen, then I will be very rich. I'll work and work until I'm very rich, and then I'll buy myself a queendom.
Good grief.
Yes, I'll buy myself a queendom, and then I'll kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. Okay, switch channels.
Are you kidding? I'm not one of your royal subjects. What makes you think you can come over and take over?
These 5 fingers, individually, they are nothing. But when I curl them together into a single unit, they become a fighting force terrible to behold.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Supper time?
Not yet.
Supper time!
Not yet.
Supper time!
Not yet.
On my coat hanger sculpture. How could anyone get a C on a coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I judged on the piece of sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I judged on my talent? Then is it fair that I be judged on a part of life over which I have no control? I was judged on my effort, and I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Maybe I was judged on what I had learned about the project. Now, if I was judged on what I had learned about the project, then were not you, my teacher, also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me? Are you willing to share my seed? Perhaps I was judged on the coat hanger itself out of which my creation was made. Now, is this not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers used in the dry cleaning establishments that return our garments? Is that not the responsibility of my parents? Should they share my seed? Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Thank you, Miss Sophomore. The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
more rope, a little more wind, a little more hope. Gotta get this stupid kite to fly. Gotta make sure it doesn't snag, doesn't droop, doesn't drag. Gotta watch out for every little whoops. A little less speed, a little more tack, a little less rise, a little more slack. Gotta keep my wits about me now. Gotta make sure it doesn't get the best of me till I get it in the air somehow. Millions of little kids do it every day. They make a kind of poof, it's in the sky. Leave it to me to have the one fool kite who likes to see a little kid cry. A little less talk, a little more skill, a little less luck, a little more will. Gotta face this fellow eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, digging holes, catching your string on everything passing by, why not fly? Wait a minute. What's it doing? It isn't on the ground. It isn't in a tree. It's in the air. Look at that. It's caught the breeze now. It's past the trees now with room to spare. I'm not such a clumsy guy. If I really try, I can really fly a kite.
How are you today, Sally?
I'm mad. I'm mad at the whole world.
Are you mad at everybody in the whole world?
I'm mad at everybody.
Are you mad at the animals and the bird and the fish? How about all the trees and flowers?
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Are you mad at the sky and the stars? Are you mad at the ground and all the rocks? Are you mad at cars and buildings and circuses and TV and roller skates and bracelets?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Are you mad at jump ropes?
I'm especially mad at stupid jump ropes.
This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, you can do it. Just don't get nervous. This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, you can do it. This is for you, Lucy. Merry Christmas!
You blockhead!
Oh. I would give anything if that little red-headed girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me one, and it's in our mailbox right now. Oh, I'm afraid to look. If she didn't send me one, and I look, I would be crushed. On the other hand, if she did send me one, I've got to look. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about why you didn't get me Valentine's, big brother. I think I figured it out. You didn't get me Valentine's because nobody sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at them, laughing and enjoying their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everyone I know this Valentine's Day. And did I get any in return? No, I did not get one single Valentine. Nobody likes me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. Oh, my stomach hurts. Lucy, I'm so depressed. Nothing is going right. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe I can do something to help. I think what you need most of all is to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Do you really think that will work?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream, oh how could there possibly be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly. You don't think that mentioning these few superficial failings is going to do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shirley, or Linus, or Schroeder.
Or Lucy.
Or Lucy.
Or Snoopy.
Now wait a minute! Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly.
Wait! You're not very much of a person.
That's certain.
And yet there is reason for hope.
There is hope.
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me!
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
Gosh, you know something, Lucy? I'm beginning to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please. I couldn't decide whether I wanted fudge marble, chocolate, rocky road, vanilla, or butter pecan. I decided to try fudge marble. And then I had to choose between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I decided on the sugar cone. So what happens? I walk out the door and spill the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today is my grandfather's birthday.
Really? How old is he?
63. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Why is it I always have my supper in my red dish, but my drinking water in my yellow dish? One of these days, I'm gonna have my supper in my yellow dish and my drinking water in my red dish. Life's just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is an art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing, and playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? An art, 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 art!
Schroeder, you fascinate me. What? What? What?
Call the principal and hand him the news. We've got a holiday that he can refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music, Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day?
A reverential occasion. The hope of these musicians, the war mighty of the gods, stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Beethoven Day?
Yes, as in Ludwig van Beethoven, composer, born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons, Ludwig's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer of the kitchen and
Whatever. Schroeder, I just want you to know that I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise for Beethoven's birthday.
Thanks for your support, but I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be wearing Beethoven sweatshirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering how to start, just blow the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate, we'll have a party.
Beethoven Day.
Macaulay, fun and jumble, the fun with dedication as we stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray!
I got it! We'll demand full-page ads in every newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven superstores.
We'll build a Beethoven theme
We
park.
can have a big sale.
Wait! That's too commercial! Just imagine with sound, filled with emotion, yet inspired with power. When we all honor the man we adore, on the day we place the newest face on Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
Beethoven Day.
A moment of infusion, a classical injection. So facing this direction, we begin it today. A musical flashing, everybody can play. The right of every boy, girls stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray! Hooray!
Good grief.
Come on, Snoopy, you fan. Attaboy, Snoopy. We ought to see lots of games today.
Sometimes, when you're depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is put your head on your hand like this. This can go on for hours. But if you're unusually depressed, you may have to switch arms.
What did you do with that picture of me that I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Of course.
He touched my picture.
Today has been a bad day for me. Maybe if I'm lucky, tomorrow will be a better day.
In some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today, and today is yesterday. Charlie Brown, if tomorrow is already today, then tomorrow cannot be a better day.
Well, you're a lot of fun to have around.
Chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits.
Rabbits?
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 A book report on Peter
A book
Rabbit.
report on
Peter
Peter
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Peter
Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit is a stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it I like the part where it reminded me of Robin Hood. And the part where Little John jumped from the wreck to the sheriff of Nottingham's back. And then Robin and everyone's wrong when the treasonous sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his goods and they carried him back to their camp. And there was and the sheriff was kept at their dinner and all but he wriggled away. And he sounded the call and the men rushed in and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, oh!
In examining works such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of this deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader of the more substantiated fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery which he consciously knew were against the law. I also hope to explore the personality of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting role as farmer and humanitarian.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. Get a fresh start tomorrow and it's not due till Wednesday, so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, yes!
Down came the staff on his head, smash! And Robin fell like a sack full of lead, crash! The sheriff laughed and he left him for dead. Ah! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in. Whee! It was a sign for the fight to begin. Zing! And then it looked like the sheriff would win. Ah! But he was wrong. Away they ran. Just like rabbits, they run a lot, as you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits.
How do they expect us to write a book report?
There were vegetables in the garden.
In just 2 days.
Such as carrots and spinach and onions and
How
lettuce and
they
turnips and
conspire
parsley
to make
and
life
okra
so
and cabbage and string beans and parsnips,
And so
tomatoes, potatoes,
effectively
asparagus, cauliflower,
in so many
pressures exerted on him with his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail.
For the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, Archie used to call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. Yeah. Actually, tough flying aces never say yeah. I just, drat this fog. It's bad enough to have to fight the Red Baron without having to fly in weather like this. All right, Red Baron, where are you? You can't hide forever. The sun has broken through. I can see the woods of Mount St. below. And what's that? It's a Fokker triplane! Ha! I've got you this time, Red Baron! Let's go! Go, Camel, go! Unhappiness. Here's the World War I flying ace back at the aerodrome in France. He is exhausted, and yet he does not sleep. For one thought continues to burn in his mind. Someday I'll get you, Red Baron.
Oh yeah, that's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh yeah, that's what you think.
Well, why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Why are you telling me? I like good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
Your philosophy.
My new philosophy, Miss B, I'm she. Look, see, a D, a D. Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me my new philosophy?
That's great, Sally, but I gotta go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor.
No, I like it. No, that's good philosophy. No, no, no.
So that's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes, I mean no. Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a dizzy maze on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Your new philosophy.
My new philosophy.
Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live by bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone. Some philosophies we can choose, deciding what goes in it.
Some take a lifetime.
Mine take a minute.
But Sally, anything that only takes a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony.
No.
I can't stand it!
I can't stand it. I like it. It's like a guarantee. My new philosophy. And things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think. Why are you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy. Much more philosophy with my brand new. You know, someone has said that we should live each day as if it were the last day of our lives. This is the last day! This is it! I only have 24 hours left! Help me! Help me! This is the last day! Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy!
All right, gang. I want this game to be our biggest and best game of the season. I want everyone out there playing with everything he's got.
Charlie Brown, I thought up some new strategy for you. Why don't you tell the other team we're going to play them at a certain place, only it isn't the real place, see? And then, when they don't show up, we'll win by forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork. If we all really grit our teeth...
Charlie Brown, that other team was trash talking us. But I showed them. I told them, you think you're so great. Mozart was writing symphonies when he was their age. That really shut them up.
I'll bet it did. The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork.
Perhaps you shouldn't be playing manager, Charlie Brown. Perhaps you should be playing bench manager.
That's a good idea. You'd be a great bench manager, big brother. You could say, bench do this, or bench do that. You could even be in charge of where we put the bench. When we get to the playing field, you could say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench there.
I can't stand it.
What's the sense of our playing when we know we're going to lose? If there was even 1,000,000 to 1 chance we might win, it would make some sense.
Yeah. Well, there may not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but there's at least 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance.
Yeah!
Come on, give me a T.
T.
Give me an E.
E.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an day at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always, but somehow or other disaster struck at the baseball game. Huddle up! Balls, 2 strikes, the bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit it a good strong clout. Lucy, I hollered, it's coming right to you. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see it. Snoopy helped out by fighting a runner and catching the ball with his team. Linus caught flies from a 3rd-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortune too, no one could argue with that. And 1 run would win us the game as I came up to bat.
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown. All right, Charlie Brown. We're all behind you, sort of. I mean, this kid can't pitch. She pitches like my grandmother, Charlie Brown. Now, all you have to do is bear down. Just bear down. And when you get on first, watch me for my signals. Got it, Flash?
With the big league baseball stars, for all we have to do is win just one more game.
And the championship is ours.
2 men were on with 2 outs and me with 1 strike to go. Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really quite far. Would you please send directions on how I can get where you are? Your friend, Charlie Brown.
I'm sorry I have to say it right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. Your crabbiness has probably become so natural, you're not even aware when you're being crabby. But it's true, just the same. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to just about everyone you meet. Now, I hope you don't mind me saying this, and I hope you take it in the spirit that it's meant. I think we should all be open to learning any more about ourselves. I think Socrates was very right when he said that one of the first rules for anyone in life is to know thyself. Well, I guess I've said enough. I hope I haven't offended you or anything.
Well, what's Socrates got to do with it anyway, huh? Who was she anyway? Did she ever get to be queen? Tell me that! Did she ever get to be queen? Did she ever get to be queen? Who was Socrates anyway? know thyself.
Hey, Snoopy, do you want to come out and help me get my arm back in shape? All right, watch out for this one. It's a new fastball.
Excuse me a moment, Charlie Brown, but I wonder if you'd mind answering a few questions.
Certainly, Lucy.
Well, I'm conducting a survey to enable me to know myself better. And first of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 as above average, and 90 as exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to crabbiness?
Well, Lucy,
Your ballots need not be signed, and all answers will be held in strictest confidence.
Still, Lucy, that's a very hard question to answer.
You may have a few moments to think it over, if you want, or we could come back to that question later.
I think I'd like to come back, if you don't mind.
The next question deals with certain character traits you may have observed. Regarding personality, would you say that mine was A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectionable? Would that be A, B, or C? What would your answer be to that, Charlie Brown? A, B, or C? Which one would you say? Charlie Brown?
Well, I have to say forceful, Lucy, but...
Forceful! I see. Well, we'll just put a check mark at the letter A then. Now, would you rate my ability to get along with other people as poor, fair, good, or excellent?
Well, I suppose that depends on what you mean by gets along with other people.
You know, make friends, sparkle in the crowd, that sort of thing.
Do you have a space for abstention?
Certainly. I'll just put a check mark at none of the above. The next question deals with physical appearance. In referring to my beauty, would you say that I was stunning, mysterious, or intoxicating?
Well, gee, Lucy, I don't know. You look just fine to me.
Stunning. All right, Charlie Brown, I think we had better get back to that first question. On a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50...
I remember the question, Lucy.
Well...
51?
51 is your crabbiness rating for me. Well, that about does it, I guess. Thank you very much for helping me with this survey, Charlie Brown. Your cooperation has been greatly appreciated.
It was a pleasure, Lucy, any time. Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, just a moment. One more question. Would you answer yes or no to the question, is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you would like to have as president of your club or civic organization?
Oh, yes, Lucy, by all means.
Yes, well, that about does it, I guess. Thank you very much. Well, who's next? Now, let's see. That's 51, none of the above. Schroeder was right. I can already feel myself being filled with a glow of self-awareness. Oh, Sally, 110, C, poor, none of the above, no. And what are you going to do about that dent you made in my bicycle? It's amazing how fast word of these surveys gets around. Oh, Linus, I'm glad you're here. I'm conducting a survey, and there's a few questions I'd like to ask you.
Sure, go ahead.
The first question is, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 as above average, and 90 as exceptional, where would you rate me with regards to crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
No, but that's the answer.
Come on, Linus, answer the question.
Look, Lucy, I know if I give any sort of honest answer that you're gonna slug me.
Linus, a survey that is not based on honest answers is like a house that is built on a foundation of sand. Would I be spending my time to conduct this survey if I did not expect complete candor in all its responses? I promise not to slug you. Now, what number would you give me as your crabbiness rating?
95?
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Now, I add these two columns together, and that should give me my answer. There, it's all done. Let's see what we've got. It's true. I'm a crabby person. I'm a very crabby person, and everybody knows it. I've been spreading crabbiness everywhere I go. I'm a super crab. To wonder anyone will still talk to me at all. To wonder I have any friends left, or even associates. I've done nothing but make life miserable for everybody. Done nothing but spread resentment and unhappiness. Where did I go wrong? How could I be so selfish? How could I...
What's wrong, Lucy?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe. I'm no good, Linus. I'm no good.
That's not true, Lucy.
Yes, it is. I'm no good, and there's no reason at all why I should still deserve to go on living on this planet.
Yes, there is.
Name one. Just tell me one single reason why I should still deserve to go on living on the face of this earth.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother who loves you. Every now and then, I say the right thing.
Of course it's surprising. But Lucy should know by now that she can't be crabby anymore.
Anymore?
Where is everybody? I told them to be here.
You told them to be here.
If we don't rehearse, we can't sing in the assembly tomorrow.
The assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown!
Charlie Brown?
Linus!
Linus!
Lucy!
Give me that pencil, you blockhead!
No, not taking back my pencil.
That's my best pencil, you block... If you don't give me back my pencil, I'll tell Sally what you said about
Stop
her.
that! You're late. We've got to rehearse.
What did you say about me, Linus? He said that
Lucy!
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, but Snoopy
There's
and I...
no time to be sorry.
What did he say? He said that...
Quiet! Now remember, we must paint a picture with words and music. And concentrate! Remember, adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
Not in your life.
The skies are not cloudy all day.
If you don't tell me what you told me I'm just going to scream. How on the range? Give me my pencil.
No!
Where the deer
Not until you promise not to tell her plan.
What are you trying to do? Stifle my freedom of speech. Give me my pencil.
No promise, no
And
pencil.
the skies are not cloudy all day. What pencil?
No!
Oh, give me a
Give me that pencil.
where the line of justice is fair.
Slowly, surely down the street. Why did you take Sally's pencil?
Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along. What did he call the maid in a heavenly dream? An enigma. Boy, that makes me tell things are common. What's an enigma? Never mind. What's an enigma? And
What's an enigma? What's an enigma?
Hey, he still got my pencil.
Seldom is heard a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
I've been wondering when it was that dogs first became regarded as man's best friend.
Probably right after the invention of cookies. My teeth are tingling again. Feel like I'm just gonna bite somebody before sundown, or I'll go start raving mad. And yet, I know that society frowns on such an action. So, what happens? I'm stuck with tingling teeth.
Each family has a chain of command. And do you know who the lowest on the chain is? Guess! It's the dog! The dog is the lowest. Do you understand that? I said, do you understand that?
They hate it when you just stare at them like that.
Linus, where are you going?
Lucy's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says that it's her sister's responsibility for the education of her little brother. So she's teaching me. And boy, is she smart.
Come along, Linus. Do you see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur for coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
I never knew that before, Lucy. That's very interesting.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak. You can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
That's fascinating.
Now wait a minute, Lucy. I don't mean to interfere,
And
but
way up there, those fluffy little white things, those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things, those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Boy, that's amazing. Oh, good.
That's right, they run around all day long, tugging and tugging at each tiny seedling until it grows into a great tall blade of grass.
I can't believe it. Oh, good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, but no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gives so much water. Do you see that bird? It's called an eagle, but since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow, and on Christmas and Thanksgiving we eat them.
Now how can you say that, Lucy? I'm sorry, but I just can't stand
And
it.
way up there, the little stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, the snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now I know that's wrong, Lucy. Snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it all around, so it looks like it's coming down. But actually, it comes up out of the ground, like grass. It comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Lucy, why is Charlie Brown banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark to make the tree grow faster. Come along, Linus. Clouds can make the wind blow, bugs can make the grass grow. So, there you go. These are little known facts that now you know.
My stomach clock just went off. It's supper time and Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. Here I lie, a withering hollow shell of a dog. And there lies my supper dish, empty. But that's okay. He'll remember. When no furry friend comes to greet him after school, then he'll remember. And he'll rush out here to the doghouse, but it'll be too late. There'll be nothing left but the dried carcass of the former friend who used to love to run and play so happily with him. Nothing left but the bleached little puppy
Hey, Snoopy! Are you sleeping or something? I've been standing here a whole minute with your supper.
Supper time! Supper time! Behold a brimming bowl of meat and meal, which is brought forth to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon, moist and sweet, which has been set to slake our thirst.
Okay, there's no need for a big production. Just get off your doghouse and eat.
It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. Oh, it's supper time. Very best time of day. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper time. Da-dooba yabba dooba supper time. Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me home. 'Cause it's supper, soup and pepper upper, super duper supper time. Wintertime's nice with the ice and snow, summertime's nice with a place to go. Bedtime, overtime, halftime too, but they just can't hold a candle to my supper time. supper, 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 super pepper upper, supper, super duper supper time.
Supper time! Supper time! Supper time!
Bring on the meat.
Supper time!
It's time to eat.
Supper time!
Give me something to chew. Give me food, give me water, give me something to do. No.
Now cut that out. Why can't you eat your meal quietly and calmly, like any other normal dog?
So what's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion?
Well, I don't know, Linus. It looks like an airplane to me, the way the lights are blinking on and off. Schroeder. Is that an airplane or a star?
I think it's a star, but it could be a planet or even maybe a satellite.
It could be a satellite. I wonder.
Well, we'll never find out by just sitting here.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get a closer look.
Sometimes I like to sit up here after supper time and listen to the sounds of the night. But something seems to be missing. In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy. That little red-headed girl dropped her pencil. It has teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. It hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil,
Pizza with sausage.
Telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoe for the very first time.
Happiness is playing the drum in your home. All that.
and happiness is walking hand in hand. Happiness is two kinds of ice cream,
Knowing the secrets,
climbing a tree. S is 5 different crayons,
catching a firefly, setting him free.
nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you. Happiness is having a sister,
Sharing a sandwich.
getting along. Happiness is singing together when day is through. And happiness is those who sing with you.
Happiness is those who sing with
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.